Yo guys, if you need your 12-0 completed, if you need domination completed, if you need to buy cheap and reliable MT, or you need spotlight sim challenges done, make sure you guys go hit up Bros NBA on Twitter. Link is in the description for that. Let's get into the video. YouTube, what's good? It's Will, and I'm coming at you guys with another My Team video. And in today's My Team video, I'm coming at you guys with defensive settings and tips you guys can use for going 12-0. So guys, before I start this video, I basically did everything in the menu to show you guys like in game on how to do it. But if you guys want to save yourself some time, what you can do is actually come in here, change your controller settings. You can change some of your manual settings. Like these are settings you can't change in game, but these are just settings you can like use. You can change your like meter to white or whatever the case may be, and you can change your coach settings. This saves you a couple minutes. If you have it on like auto, for example, you can switch it to manual and it will actually switch in game. You can switch all this and all that. I just didn't have it switched just for the case of the video, or just for the sake of the video, excuse me. But yeah, that's that. That will save you a couple minutes for sure. Going over tips if you guys run out of time in the pause menu. Just wanted to state that before the video starts. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see y'all in the video. Also, one last thing. If y'all get on me about my hair in the comment section, bro, this chilly. Y'all don't gotta do that to me. You know what I'm saying? I know I need a haircut. Yo, this pandemic's rough. Just just leave me alone. Getting a haircut next weekend. So that's that. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Guys, loading into this game. We're just gonna come here. I just wanna not. Okay, there we go. We do get a stop. Just wanna get into the defensive settings menus. Alright guys, the first thing I do when I come into the defensive settings menu, I go to game plan, and then I go to defensive settings. If you guys need to pause the video at any point, feel free to, no worries. So we're in our defensive settings menu. So off ball pressure, always most important. That's gotta be tight, and then the on ball pressure has to be smothered. This just makes it so you're on your defenders as much as possible, because in this game 2K likes to take you off your defenders very easily, which brings me to my next point here. Drive help rules and screen help rules off, no help. You know how like sometimes when your players rotate from in the corner to the paint, for example, this stops it. This helps as much as possible. It just makes it so no one help, so they basically just don't help. As simple as that, and they stay in the corner where they're supposed to be at all times. So then going into the extend pressure, you want to make this yes on everyone. So sometimes people do like trail cheese. This helps stop trail cheese, and just puts your defenders on and off the ball as tight as possible when they're coming up half court. And I like to go over on my off ball screens just because of threes this year. Threes and just screens are just very popular this year. And then off ball screens, I like to go switch, and then that's basically all my defensive settings. Offensive settings, I go to play style. This is the Gold Bucks playbook, by the way. I go all the way down, and I go down to fist 64 5 out down. Then guys, I actually decide to take out all the plays, just in general, just because you really honestly don't need them, if I'm being real. And then for my freelance, I put on Hawks 2018, so that's that. And then the coach settings, these are my coach settings. So I have coach engine off. I don't like the coach that you have in 2K controlling anything. That just basically turns it off. You want to have your timeouts, players minutes, substitutions be manual just because. And these three show like your plays and everything on the court. I'll get into another game and explain the rest. This kid will probably take the win. Let's see if he does. If he doesn't, okay, so he's gonna take the win. Do not blame him. Let's just go over these defensive settings once again. Alright guys, so loading into another game here. I just want to show his team before I actually go onto the pause menu. So this is his team. He's got a pretty good team. We're just going to show what I would do for defensive settings once again. So I just like to turn off my shot meter just because I can time, but that's completely preference. Matchups, I don't really do much unless I have like my small point guard D Wade on someone. I want to go like Ben Simmons, so I'll put like a bigger guy like DeRozan on him or something like that. But that's just depending on matchups. Simply just changing them depending on the position they are playing at. But other than that, I just keep everything auto most of the time. So that's that. Defensive settings, I'm going to do them really fast because I kind of went over them. But you want to go smother tight on ball pressure once again. And you want to go switch on off ball screens to switch like when people run plays. That stops plays because you can just switch. Because usually everybody in this game can now guard everything. You want to go no help, as I just showed. You want to extend pressure so your players can get on them before they actually reach the three-point line. On ball, I like to go over just to fight over screens and prevent the three ball. And this brings me to my offensive settings. As I showed you guys, you go all the way down. This is the Gold Bucks playbook, and you go down to Fist 64 5-out down. This stops zone. I like to run this when people are running zone, so that's how to stop zone. You just call the play. Your power forward comes up, and then you have your two best shooters, usually your point guard and your shooting guard on the wing for wide open three-point shots. You don't have to run through anyone. And then for the freelance, I go Hawks 2018. I like this freelance because it has the best spacing possible. It is basically a 5-out. Basically it says best for aggressive scoring point guard. I mean, I run it because I like having my center set screens from my point guard and coming off those screens and getting open looks. It gives an insane amount of space, I cannot lie. For my coaching settings, I want to have my adaptive coaching setting off once again. Just don't want my my CPU coach controlling anything manual and all this, just because you want to control it all yourself. And this just shows the plays, these three, and makes your life easier. You want to turn your help defense off completely because it just helps a bit from the corner and with rotations. It can't hurt to turn it off, you know? And those are basically my defensive settings. I know I have absolutely no pauses, so I can't pause. Guys, we're going to get right into a game. I'm going to show you guys what I do and how I use all these strategies on a daily basis to win games. Let's get right into it. What you got to do is you hit this button right here, which brings up freelance sets and Hawks 2018. Then you run it. You just run a screen. Gets you a bunch of open space. I know I didn't have much time there. Just kind of had to get it off. And then the next thing that comes into is I like to hit this button here. This calls the freelance, the right button on the D-pad, and it also causes no threes. Another defensive setting I like to set up in-game when I'm actually in-game. So yeah, that's that. Guys, I know this is a lot to handle, so if you guys need to pause the video, just pause the video at any point. Everything I like basically use, it completely helps me. I'm not gonna lie. Completely helps me win games, but once again, we want to go no threes to prevent our threes here. So he gets an open look. I was just setting up no threes. I had to set that up. So we're just going to get into our offense. Hit right on the left side of the controller, the D-pad. And then we hit X to bring up Hawks 2018 once we got it in our freelance. And then look at all this space. That's a great shot. There's so much space once you come off that screen that it's just, I don't know, like, unless it's like a different freelance, like point's not bad for this either, gives a lot of space, but I feel like Hawks is just slightly better for me and my play style. So I'm gonna try to get that steal there. Okay, D-Rob comes up too much, that's fine. That was my bad on the user, but once again, we're just gonna run our Hawks 2018 freelance. Oh my god, I should have probably shot that. We're just gonna hit a wing shooter right there, and that is green. Bit of a force, but we were still open there. So that shows our offense, and if he was to run zone, I'm gonna show you guys how he would set up. I don't think he's gonna run zone. I think he's probably gonna stay in man, which is why Hawks 2018 freelance is probably the most important thing you can do. But for example, if he was to run zone, say this was zone, obviously it is not. We're gonna hit L1 and then we're gonna hit X. So basically, you see that the triangle would come up. And if he was in like a 2-3, for example, his two wings players would be there. we're gonna call it again just to reset it. And D Wade and Michael Red would be on the wings, just waiting there, and then everything else will work out. I'm just gonna call a timeout here because I was explaining the play to basically run when someone is running a zone. That's kind of everything I need to go over in the gameplay. I'll see you guys in the outro. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude this video on my best 12-0 defensive settings and tips. I hope this video helps. This is actually the team I use on my account for 12-0. Not too good at all. But once again, here's the playbook I run. I run Bucks playbook. And when you get into game, make sure you go to your freelances in offensive settings. And you put on Hawks 2018 freelance or point. I didn't go over point in this video, but I know some other people have gone over point. If you guys want to use that over Hawks, you guys can check that out. But you guys saw how much space Hawks gives you and all of that. If you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and leave some comments down below. Let me know how this was. Let me know if it helped. But it's been Will, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.